interviews you've given lately, I sort of really think you seem to be a very modest, generous, very political correct person. And I sort of have the idea that you don't like being controversial. Is that true?
I think that there's a time and a place for everything.
And that means?
Well, I think if you want to be controversial, if that's what you choose to do, it's just, then you should do it. In my interviews and the things that I speak of, I choose to. I guess that's just my personality. I never really thought about it too much. But I guess that's just my personality. Like I said, I keep it low key.
Don't you sometimes have a madman in your head saying, when you wake up, I want to shock the whole world, and I'll say I have sex with animals, or I don't know.
No, not that.
Just say terrible things just to shock everybody.
No, I believe in karma.
Oh, but that is also good karma if you mean it in a jokey way. It's not bad karma, is it?
Yeah, but what you're speaking of, if you mean it in a joking way, then people get the joke.
Okay.
But if you say something to be controversial,
you mean
then people
shocking
think you're
them
serious.
in a negative way? Yeah.
If you're talking about controversial, then I'm sorry, maybe I misunderstood what you were saying. Yeah, I mean, I laugh at myself more than anybody else in the world. So, I try not to instigate who I might be sleeping with allegedly, but the press does a wonderful job of that all by themselves.
And without you saying anything to it, yeah.
I don't want to confuse anybody more than they're already confused.
About sort of talking about this rock and roll lifestyle, where I don't know anything about stuff like that, that happened to you,
where
rock and
we drink
roll.
and get drunk off of
with gas.
Water.
Yes, exactly.
With gas.
Do you think it would be a good experience for you to have experience fictional rock and roll craze playing the young Elton John in his biopic?
I'm sorry, what was specifically the question?
Yeah, there aren't many stories about you with rock and roll excess stuff.
Right, okay.
And would it be a nice experience for you to actually play the young Elton John because of that?
Oh, like I did in the video.
Yeah, exactly. His young life, all the cocaine going on and stuff.
I mean, it'd be fun in a make-believe sense, but with the schedule that I keep, I don't got time for all that. Like, I think with things like that and substance abuse, I think you learn from the people that have come before you, and you see how certain situations end up, and you say, I don't want that to happen to me. So I keep that constantly in my head, and I try not to create any patterns of excess for myself.
You just mentioned...
I don't have time.
Yeah, exactly, because of the schedule you have to work in. Is sort of years ago, pop musicians, rock and roll people, they didn't have promotion days. They didn't have to get up early and give interviews and stuff. They could be drunk all day and be completely,
Well,
and it's not possible nowadays. I think it's a shame, really, that it's such hard work being a pop star.
We miss our rock and roll stars, don't we?
Yes.
Yeah. Well,
I
require sleep. I require lots of sleep.
Yeah.
And and I want to live a long life. I choose to at least attempt to live a long life. So, and that's not to say that I don't go out and have a good time when I go out, but I just don't. I try not to make habits out of substance.
And pop business is always also a stage for using your body as a tool. When you were thinking about releasing your solo record, did you have conscious thoughts about moving away from this physical aspect of pop, to be taken more serious as an artist?
Maybe? That's a way easier question for me than probably for a female. I do think that there is a bit of a double standard in the business when it's guys versus girls.
Yes.
And for me, I guess I kind of split up the reasons why I would, I have a specific reason why I would do something. I never really crossed my mind because I don't think I ever really felt the pressure of people you know, saying that I use my body as a tool.
Yeah.
I think, you know, when the record came out and people heard the music, I think they realized that it was genuine and that
yes, you could take the music seriously.
Yeah, that I am a musician.
Yeah.
I think that's what people realized, you know, after and not even with the first single. I don't think it came after the first single. I think after the first single, everybody was like, "Wow, this is a great song," but
we'll see.
We'll see.
Yes.
And then Cry Me a River came out, and they said, "Wow, this is an incredible song."
Yeah.
And thanks, by the way. And then Rock Your Body, and so on and so forth. But I think people started to see that, you know, that I am a musician. So I don't think I get that too much.
But still, you can't say that you're not a sex symbol for lots and lots of people. And I just want to ask you one question concerning this.
I can say that I'm not, because I don't.
But I have to ask you one question, because it definitely is that way. What is the feeling like to know that there are millions of people in the world, there are, who wouldn't hesitate 1 second to spend the night with you? That must be unbelievable power feeling.
No. Honestly, I don't.
You're just too shy, aren't you?
Honestly, like, I think I'm devastatingly handsome. But, no, you don't think about it. Like, I enjoy what I enjoy, and music is what I enjoy, genuinely. I can't believe that I make a living doing what I do, and, you know, I'll take it. I don't mind it. It's kind of cool.
I was just talking to my colleague in the aeroplane, and we were sort of imagining, if I were Justin Timberlake, I would just play a game with my friend Chris Martin and ring doorbells and say, "Hello, would you like to have sex with me?" Just having a competition, you know, because...
Then there it is. To see who can get more?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm not as cute as Chris. I'm not as cute as Chris, but I'm up to the challenge. Let's do it.
Final question. What's your favorite record at the moment?
My favorite record at the moment?
God, you have to answer. Say anything, quick.
I like so many different records. You know, right now, I go through phases where I listen to certain styles of music, and right now I'm in a classic rock phase. So the record that I've listened to for the past 2 weeks straight is the Steve Miller Band's Greatest Hits. So probably not what you expected.
No, not at all. I'm completely devastated.
Wow, what did you think I would say?
White Stripes, because you were singing White Stripes.
That's a great record. I was lucky enough to meet them at the Europe Awards, and I didn't even know what to say. I kind of stuttered on my words and told them that I thought they were incredible. Not that it meant much coming from me, but whatever.
Shut up, for God's sake. Thank you very, very much.
Thank you.
It's a nice interview.
That was excellent. You speak so well.
Yes, but that's because I grew up in Germany, but I am English. That's why it's such clean English.
So you speak good Deutsch too?
Yes, sehr gutes Deutsch.